Guys, we are back and the market starts slowly to show really dangerous warning signs that the Bitcoin pullback might be just around the corner. I will show you what I found and how I'm preparing right now for this move to the downside. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here again. Yesterday we were killing it with the video, guys. Almost 10,000 views. I cannot believe it. I did not have a video in a really long time that did that well. Let's try to break a record here on the live stream. Everybody that's watching, obliterate the like button, because the more you like this video, the more YouTube will push it to other people to actually see it. So the video gets more visibility, which means more people can see it and will be also aware of what's actually coming. And now I go directly into the CME chart, because here might be a big clue what Bitcoin is going to do later today. Oh wow, guys, you're insane already. 200 people on the streams. I love you so much, guys. Amazing. Let's keep this up. So here on the CME chart, you're well aware of that Bitcoin closed on Friday at $999,500 approximately. And today, where is the Bitcoin price now? Is at 96,800. So we would potentially get a really big CME gap here. 96,800. You see here, this is a $3,000 dollar gap. So when we have such a big gap, it is highly unlikely that we are not going to close that within 24 hours. I have never seen that Bitcoin leaves a CME gap behind that is above us. Below us can happen in a bull market, but above us, that is not getting closed. So, and that would mean that Bitcoin would rally in the next coming hours to the upside to close that gap here, potentially touch $100,000 on spot, but then we get the massive move to the downside. But here also, something that I just saw today while Bitcoin was moving down, we potentially go not as low as I thought. So there is a chance that it will be more shallow than what I expected. I'm going to show you this here in a second. We go here now to the Bitcoin chart. The reason for this is here on the 12-hourly chart that the stochastic RSI in the next 24 hours will bottom out here, which does not mean that we cannot break the upward sloping trend line that we have here with the underlying EMA ribbon. But also here from experience, I can tell you, when I see something like this, price only coming slowly down and not breaking major levels, and the indicators are cooling down, that just shows that the market is still super bullish and wants potentially just to come a little bit lower, maybe to 93, maybe here to 91, and bounce from there and goes back up. The other scenario would be, again, right now I am leaning more to the fact that we just go to around $90,000 approximately and bounce from there, that we come here, break this the upward sloping trend line, retest this, and then go a little bit lower. So also for this scenario, you need to be prepared. Reason for this is that we are just bouncing here between the two major levels on the VPVR where we have formed support, which are currently being here at 92,000 or 91,800 and all the way up to $97,000 approximately. It would be for Bitcoin really healthy to do something like this, because then we would just range here before we then try again to break $100,000 and go beyond $100,000. Here on the 1-hourly chart, here is a major warning sign right now, and that is that we have broken the neckline of that rounding top, which is a massive signal that Bitcoin potentially will start going down from here. And what I'm looking for is a big acceleration to the downside. But again, I don't believe that this acceleration will come before we potentially fill first the CME gap. So all eyes tonight will be on the CME chart and what Bitcoin is going to do with that CME gap, because there's only three ways what potentially can happen. Either Bitcoin goes straight up into the CME opening, closes this gap, goes immediately go down, The other scenario is that Bitcoin does nothing and just goes down. And the other scenario is, the last one, is that we come up into the CME gap and Bitcoin just doesn't care and just goes a little bit higher, past $100,000, and somewhere from here starts in another pullback. On the 4-hourly chart, this is again the chart that I don't want here. This is again the stupid chart that I don't want. I need to remove that chart. So on the MDX algo scalp gradient, here is another factor why I believe that the move to the downside might be more shallow than what everybody is expecting. And the simple reason for that is that here on the gradients, we are massively cooling down already. So we are here already in a blue phase, in a light blue phase. And after the blue phase, usually we get into a green phase. So that would mean Bitcoin comes a little bit lower and then turn around and heating up again. Also on the reactor indicator, we see the same thing. Here we are now in a purplish phase. The purplish phase is usually the correctional phase, as you can see here, what I explained the other day when we get into purple. And from purple, we turn around and start going up again. Here, the best case scenario, oh, sorry, let me remove that. What did I do now? There we go. The best case scenario would be we get into a green phase and it stops maybe here at the 0.786, and then we turn around in that manner here on the reactor indicator, where we get some divergences, and that will mark then the local bottom, where we then turn around for Bitcoin and start going up again. But once we start here to form that divergence and Bitcoin starts to chop sideways, that is where you need to load up on your altcoins, because they will start mooning again. I saw some altcoins making crazy moves from that initial small move here to the downside a couple hours ago. And I know everybody has this feeling and thinks like, oh shit, I missed now the move, and it just keeps going up. But I warn you here, from my experience in the bull market, I believe that this move that you see right now in altcoins that are shooting past the gains that they made yesterday and today, that this is the last gasp of the altcoins before they also majorly pulling back. So for that reason, on ZoomX, for example, sorry guys, my Solana trade is now a little bit underwater, which is fine. You know, I'm ready to add more to it if we get here a crazy move to the downside. I'm not afraid about this. On Bitcoin, you know, I have here everything covered. Where are my buy levels now? Or am I on the wrong chart? Yeah, sorry, I'm here on the inverse chart. I have to go to this one here, USDT. So here, you see how I have my levels in place. If I see that we start forming a bottom around 91 or 89, I would just cancel all my orders here and add then here and layer more positions into this level here if it's going to happen. Again, guys, on ZoomX, next week Friday, I will create a new account with $555 in it. And I will take this account, at least I'm going to try my best, within 4 weeks to flip this into $10,000 with you guys together. All the trades will be public. Everybody will have the chance to follow these trades. If you put more money in, you can make more. But I will do it with the same amount that is required for this competition here on ZoomX, so that everybody has the same chance, you know. So, and at the same time, potentially you will get a share of the $10,000 cash reward that will be distributed during this competition. So you see here, it is in a little bit less than 5 days. On next Friday, we are going to start. The only thing that you need to do is you sign up on ZoomX with the link in the description. You deposit $500, you get $5 for signing up and $50 for depositing the $500, hence $555 that we are going to take into $10,000. So make use of that in the description below. The competition will last until the 19th of December. So we have roughly, even a little bit less, we will have like 3 weeks, a little bit more than 3 weeks. But what I'm gonna do is we give ourselves 4 weeks and then we see where we are standing with this. Here on the liquidation levels, we have already on the way down, taking out some levels here. We are eating now into the next major level here below us, which is, I removed this, sitting at 96,400 all the way down to 95,600. So here is a little bit of support at this level. And at the same time, this is also the mid-range of the EMA ribbon. If that level gets broken, I expect Bitcoin to start accelerate to the downside in direction of the liquidity levels here, where longs will get liquidated on higher leverage, and potentially then a wick all the way down here to 89, 91, 89. That is now the major level that I'm actually looking at. Regardless if we touch first later tonight 100K or not, this is the major level that I'm eyeing at. I know there's some people that have orders at 82, 83, 84. Not saying it cannot happen, but right now from the bullishness that I see in the market, it's highly unlikely that it will get touched. When we're going to the liquidation heat map, sorry guys, my nose is running. I have here also some toilet paper if I need to wipe my nose. Come on, load up here. What's going on here? Sorry, sometimes the stupid map takes a long time to load because a lot of people are looking at it, you know, so it's sometimes the website. Let me just reload it like that. Maybe then it's working. Yeah, so sometimes there are just too many people on that website. Let's see if we get it working now. If not, I can find another one. There's other websites that can help with this too. Or we come later back to it if we have to. Yeah, maybe we need to come later back. It's fine. So, but on the weekly chart, guys, the weekly chart looks really juicy for us. Because even if we pull back here to $93,400 to the top of the last weekly candle, this week's candle will look extremely bullish for continuation. But next week's candle is just what I expect from here, a 4 weeks run, that we get next week an indecision candle that potentially will be red, something like this here potentially, and close next week in the red for the weekly chart, and then the following week we get another nice move to the upside. So just something from experience, you know, so my gut is telling me that something like this is coming. If it's not coming next week, it will be the following week then for sure. But that doesn't mean that altcoins will do the same. Now, if you want to trade with me on Bybit, guys, and get immediately $500 in a free airdrop position, sign up on Bybit, also with the link in the description. You need only to deposit $100 for that. And all these coins here, as usual, guys, all these coins here that are mentioned are the coins that you can trade with that. It's really easy. You sign up, deposit $100, claim the airdrop voucher and the rewards hub, you use the voucher, and all the profits that you made out of that position belong to you. And then again, we're going to trade this into way, way higher amounts altogether. I have currently a trade running here on Bybit, but super low leverage. You can see here 3x on Mantle. Currently a little bit in a loss. I'm ready to add more to it. I have also on Phantom already a limit order set here at 74 cents. First, I was thinking, I'm not really sure that I'm able to get that 74. But then I saw Phantom reacting to the drop earlier a couple hours ago. And I was like, oh, that went quick, 10% down. So I might get lucky here. I might get lucky, and I'll show you the levels that I'm watching for that, because it goes maybe even a little bit lower. Now, on the Bitcoin dominance, we are getting currently a bounce, hence why altcoins are suffering and Bitcoin is running a little bit stable but still pulling back. I would expect that we come potentially all the way back up here to the top of that rising wedge, around 60%, maybe a little bit higher than 60%, and from there get then the reaction back to the downside. And that's when altcoins start pumping again. So that's what I'm looking out for. Let it go up to the top of the rising wedge. Let it then retrace from there. And once we're here at the top, that's when you want to buy altcoins. So I will give you here in a moment the levels that I'm looking at. So I will also have a look in a moment in the chat, guys. Just bear with me here for another second. The total free market cap also pulling back. As I told you guys that I expect a pullback from the $926 billion level. So best case scenario would have been that we hold this, but we are slightly below that. Now, if Bitcoin starts pulling back more, we could come back down all the way to at least like $850 billion, potentially wick to the $835 billion level, bounce back from there, and then we start running again. And we will see this, of course, then also in the altcoins. I had also looked today here at the USDT dominance paired with Bitcoin. Some of you guys maybe remember this chart. So here, when you look at the market cap for Bitcoin, every time when we bottom out here, we get a run to the upside. So here, that was the last time when we bottomed in September. And from there, we started basically that massive bull run here. At the same time, you see the USDT dominance capitulating. And usually we are getting here a sharp drop. And that's when then the market really starts running. And that's exactly what we got here. And that started on the 4th of November. So here where we started expansion for Bitcoin to the upside. So now we are at a really, really low level. And you can see this here directly on the USDT dominance. We are at the bottom range for the USDT dominance from where we currently are bouncing a little bit. And as long as we are not breaking this, the dominance will chop around here. And that can lead to major bleeding in altcoins, and Bitcoin could just stall and do nothing if it's not actually dropping. But if you see the dominance keep increasing, you know that the market is going down. But once we are turning around, so there is a chance that we come back here to like 4.3%. But once we are hitting this, I expect a pullback. And then on the way down, we are going to break the major low, the all-time low for the USDT dominance at 3.71%. And then all hell will break loose and we will just make crazy bank on that move. Now, let me have a quick look in the chat, guys. What's going on here? Wow, today the chat is going crazy. I love that. I love that. Okay, nothing crazy yet. Yeah, don't worry, I'm fine. You know, just my nose sometimes starts running for no reason because of the AC here in the house, you know. So I'm fine. So now when we have a look here at Ethereum, how many times did I mention that that golden ratio here is a pullback level? Many times I talked about this, that I don't expect it to immediately break this and go straight to $4,000. Now you see we are actually pulling back from there. The stochastic RSI gives us today a sell signal. The RSI is turning down. The MACD is about to print a sell signal. So here I expect definitely further downside, at least to $3,200, maybe even $3,100. So these are the levels where we can load up when we are coming down now, and then we will go in direction of $4,000, not before, in my opinion. Even if Bitcoin turns around, goes to $100,000, I don't expect that Ethereum will turn around and makes a God candle into the $4,000 level. Not seeing that right now. So here, why do I target 3,100, 3,200? Because here again, big support from the VPVR. I don't expect that this will get broken. The worst case scenario would be here the bottom at $3,075, but also that I would not set an order there. You know, if you set it between 3,100, 3,200, you will get filled. That 0.8% that we drop lower doesn't make a huge difference then anymore. So that will be also a good level for spot accumulation if you still look for adding to your Ethereum position on spot, because I expect that in this bull run, Ethereum will go past $10,000. That was the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So let's see here Solana. So Solana on the 1 hourly chart. Here you see beautifully how Solana's already pulling back to the downside. On the higher time frames, it doesn't look as bad as on the 1 hourly. When we go here on the 4 hourly chart, you would say based on the stochastic RSI that we are ready to turn around because we are bottoming out here. And the RSI also slowly turning around, but the MACD is running hot here to give us more downside. So here you see already we went to the bottom of the EMA ribbon at $240. I expect from that kind of move here that I'm seeing currently that this will create in the next 4 hourly candle potentially an acceleration where we go lower for Solana. So if I would be looking for a Solana position, I'm going to show you, on the daily, somewhere here in that EMA ribbon, in the first 3 strings of the EMA ribbon, that would be where I would open a new Solana position. So if you have a Solana position that you have opened below $200, I would not be really concern myself with what Solana is doing if it's below $200. If it's above $200, then you need either to add to your position or you should start taking profit, you know, honestly, because I see here definitely that we are coming lower, because on the daily, you see, things are not looking good for Solana. The RSI turning around, the stochastic RSI sell signal to the downside, so there's also more downside coming. I have a team, bro. I have a team that posts on Twitter posts that I have written before, so they are just blasting them out on a later point. That's how I do that. Then Telegram also going down here. As you can see, we have lost the 9 moving average here, the short-term support. We have lost the golden ratio. Now, what I would be targeting for that major pullback would be not even $5.85. We could come all the way down here to $5.47 actually, because also here, same thing again, stochastic gives a sell signal, RSI going a little bit sideways, but we lose momentum on the MACD, and that can also then further lead to more downside into that demand area here. That is coming in from $5.20 all the way up to $5.47. So also here, that is where I would set my orders currently. Also, my Arbitrum trade is massively underwater right now here on Alpha X. But also here, I'm not worried. You know, look here where my liquidation price is, 57 cents. Not expecting that we go that low when it starts to turn around. Also here, guys, if you want to trade on Alpha X, decentralized platform where you can trade with MetaMask or Trust Wallet, there is a link in the description for that. You get $100 just for signing up, and you stand a chance to win $500 every single week if you deposit $100. I will give away by the end of the stream $500 on Alpha X. So you have technically now time to sign up there, and I will take maybe 2 minutes by the end of the stream to see who signed up and deposited to put you on top of the list. Here, Phantom, as I mentioned earlier, Phantom is one of the coins where I was really surprised with that move to the downside here. Remember what I said for scalping, you know, on the Fibonacci retracement levels. If you want to scalp, the first re-entry level with limit orders would have been here the 0.382. That was just below 84 cents. You would have had here an amazing entry if you would have had here a limit order, because we went all the way back up here to 94 cents. So that was over a 10% move here in one single candle here, 13%. Insane, you know, so insane that move. I tried to scalp it and I got burned. You know, I lost $400 on that move. And then I was, okay, no, I stay away. I stay away, you know, because the stochastic was looking the same way that it looks now. And it only gets worse. You know, we are here below major resistance currently, and it's not worth to enter here at that resistance unless we get a proper pullback, or we would really break through here at almost 96 cents. Then I would maybe be inclined to open a position. So otherwise, to the downside currently, I'm targeting these white dashed lines on that Bitcoin move to the downside that are coming in here at 75 cents and 73 cents more or less. So my limit order at 74 is kind of the sweet spot in the middle. But I'm also ready, if I see that it's not actually going there, to cancel my buy order and enter at a higher level then if I have to. So, but this is what I'm targeting. It's also below the EMA ribbon. When I go to the daily chart, let's see where the EMA ribbon is sitting here. So here you see it, yeah, the top of the EMA ribbon is also sitting at 74 cents. So there is some confluence that this can happen, you know, so that that we are coming down to touch the EMA ribbon, because look how far away we are from the EMA ribbon. So at some point, again, if you're new to the channel, I will explain it again. When price moves dramatically fast away from the EMA ribbon, the price always comes back to retest the EMA ribbon at some point. It's a moving target, but at some point, while price starts to consolidate and the EMA ribbon is catching up, price comes back down to touch the ribbon and then bounces from this back to the upside. So, and here we are really far away from it currently. We are almost 30% away from the EMA ribbon. So that is a big move, guys, a really, really big move. Then let's see where TIA is. So TIA, I was surprised of that move here to the upside. That was a massive, massive move on that bounce. Here, almost a 15% move. Now we are pulling back from that supply area here with massive sell orders up here. I need to change that line over here quick because this could act now as major support because we bounce off from this. But also again, on the way to the downside, I don't expect that this is going to hold. And I have limit orders also here at $7 currently because there's now some support. We bounced here off quite nicely, got the impulse move from here to the upside. So that is the first level where I want to open a new position. On AVAX, AVAX is already going here in direction of the Fibonacci retracement extension level. So here I expect that we are coming all the way down to $35, so which is another roughly 10% move. But I will open a really, really small position already at $37.70 when we get there. So really, really small. I will start building from there an AVAX position. And the lower we get, the more I will add to this, all the way down here to the Fibonacci extension retracement level and the downward sloping former resistance line that should now act as support. So from there, I expect also that we turn around and go back to the upside. So here on the 4-hourly chart, you would assume we are turning around from here. But when you go to the daily chart, things are looking not so good anymore. You know, so here we are about to get a sell signal. RSI is going down. MACD not looking all too healthy, also starts to turn around. That's why we are waiting currently. You know, so we need not a lot of time, 24 hours, something like this should be fine. And then we are finally ready to see what the market is actually doing here. So then on comp, the same thing. I wait for $57 before I would even consider opening a position on the 4-hourly chart, because here we are already going down. On the daily chart, it doesn't look any better, you know, so we're also topping out here potentially today. We have here already, big warning sign, guys. Here, spinning top. Spinning top, we could actually go lower than $57 based on that spinning top here. So spinning top retraces the whole move all the way down to $50, potentially even a little bit lower. So that changed immediately my mind about where I set my limit orders. So I will now set my limit orders here slightly above $50 and also some limit orders here, down here, just in case if we get it, you know, not saying that we have to, but if we get it, then I will be really, really happy if it's going to happen. Now, let me have a look. What did I see here? ICP was one that I wanted to go through quick. So ICP, also here, I told you many, many times, guys, that golden ratio level is my final take profit. When we were, from where did we take this? From here. So here at $7, $8, yeah, that was here at $7.68. So when I said, hey, I'm starting to open a position here, I look what's going to happen on that break of this downward sloping trend line at the time. If it breaks, I keep the position. So here was the final take profit. You see now why, because we only wicked up here and then immediately start to pull back. Here I will add or open a new position when we come all the way down to around $10, $9.38, and layer here my limit orders. So, and you have to do this now, guys, you know, because you don't know when the Bitcoin drop is coming. You know, it can happen when CME is opening. It can happen just before CME is opening. You have to set your limit orders right now. You have to have your plan, your strategy in the right place before it's actually happening. You know, so if you wait for it, it might be too late. You know, so it might be too late, and you have to do things like that right now, not at a later stage. The next one that I want to talk about was Arbitrum. So Arbitrum wicked down here into the golden ratio on the 4-hourly chart. So here again, for a scalp trade, perfect. Exactly as I explained it to you guys. Now you see how powerful these levels are for scalp trades. Here I expect also, when I go to the daily chart, definitely more downside. So we are just about to turn around. And here, the next level would be 71 cents that I would be targeting for adding to my current Arbitrum trade. You know, so because you just saw my liquidation price is at 58 cents. So even if we come down to 71 cents, I will not get liquidated. I would just then add more to my position. Here's also the downward sloping trend line that should act as support on the way down. And from there, I expect it to turn around then and go back higher. So I just average down my entry price and will take advantage then of the next leg to the upside. The next one is Render. So Render will be, mark my words, on that move to the downside. When it comes for coins that are going to bounce the hardest, Render will be one of them, guys. Render will be one of these coins that will bounce harder than many, many other coins when we are coming lower. So here, also here, I would target the golden ratio, $6.40, but I will start scaling into a position from $6.75 and then all the way down to $6.38. That's how I'm gonna set my limit orders, because here, this is only short-term support, short-term support, guys, short-term support. So I expect that this will not hold on the way down. You see the indicators are all pointing down, only the RSI going a little bit sideways because of this bounce. But on the daily chart, you see we have here a little bit more downside on the stochastic RSI. And you see here on that big order block, the bottom is at $6.38. So and it could go all the way down there. So and that's why I'm preparing for this in that specific manner. And you see here also the mid range of this is $6.77. So if I have an order from $6.85 or what did I say, $6.70 something, I will at least briefly get filled with some of my orders. And if it goes lower, then I will be just more happy, you know, so to take everything with me, what I can get here. Then near will be another one like Render that will bounce really hard. Basically all the AI coins. And let me explain you why. In this run up right now, in this run up that we just had, many altcoin, meme coins were running the hardest. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And only here and there were some other altcoins exploding. Now we had all the altcoins from the last cycle exploding, like from 2017 and some of 2021. And I can tell you the next run of major altcoins, it was now meme coins, will be AI coins, because these are the two biggest mind shares in the space right now. And that's why I believe that these coins will run next, the hardest after we got that correction. So and that's why I'm looking here at near for that move. Here on the pullback for near, I had earlier marked out some levels here. Maybe I need to go to a higher time frame to see this. Yeah, here, that dashed line here. So $5.70, $5.26, these are the levels where I start scaling in, because look here on the 12-hourly, we're just about to turn around and get a sell signal. On the daily, let's see how it looks on the daily. On the daily, yeah, we just got a buy signal, but this can turn around when the shorter time frames are pulling back. And you see here again, why $7 was the target. Yeah, so here, since when did I had that target? I had it like for 2 weeks or something. I need to go back and check, but for a long time we had the $7 target up here. And we just briefly wicked into this golden ratio and pulled back from this. So I expect here with all these wicks here, further pullback, because you see here's a lot of sell pressure in this area. So we need to pull back to gain momentum to push back to the upside. So this can only happen if we come a little bit lower, and that would then in turn also turn around the stochastic RSI to the bottom, where we then turn around and go into higher levels. So now the other one that will run really hard is Rune. Rune is always, for the last couple of months, one of the coins that are kind of holding steady, but also bouncing really hard when Bitcoin is turning around. So here to the downside, we could go all the way down to a little bit lower than, actually $5 should hold. If $5 is breaking, I think it will be really short-lived with a wick, potentially to $4.80 here to this support level, and then it turns around and starts running again. So here from $5 to $4.80 are the limit orders that I'm going to set. If we go a little bit lower, then I will just add more. For example, if we go all the way down to this upward sloping trend line, which is major support here on the daily chart. So here I will have my last limit order. So again, low leverage, guys, low leverage. You don't want to get flushed out when this is moving down, because all the way down here is already almost a 15% move. If you are with 5x leverage in that trade, so you get potentially already rinsed out here, so if it wicks a little bit lower, you are out. So now from the buy level, if I buy at $5, I can sustain almost a move to $4 if I'm in here with 4x. I would not use more than 4x on that move here to the downside. So now I want to go quick through some coins that you guys want here in the chat, so enough of the coins that I'm talking about. I will just do maybe quick SUI, and then I will go through coins that you post in the chat, guys. So here on SUI, we came all the way down into the golden ratio. We are bouncing off the golden ratio. On the higher time frames, we are already bottoming out. So also SUI could be one of the coins that is running back up really, really quickly, but I would be targeting $2.85 once we are breaking further down on Bitcoin. $2.85, $3, this from here all the way down to $2.85, that's what I'm targeting and setting my limit orders. And then on the way back up, I will target the 3.618, $4.40. That will be my target here in the short term. Here, next time I will be a little bit smarter. Remember what happened with my SUI order, with my take profit the last time. I waited too long and got too close to my take profit level. And then when I wanted to switch from take profit to stop loss, it was too late. My order was already taken out. I took profit and was then sidelined. I cannot remember the level anymore. It was $3.60, 65 or something. So then I missed the whole move here. Close to $4, another 10% that I could have made. So I missed this. So this time I will give it a little bit more leeway on the stop loss and then remove the take profit to let it run higher. Now let me have a look what you guys want. Let me have a see. Okay, I'm gonna do Theta because I have a Theta trade. Then I'm gonna do Casper. And I'm gonna do Link. What was this here? So Link, Casper, and what's the other one? Theta. Link, Casper, Theta. Yes. So Theta is over here. So Theta had here already a big pullback from the $2.05 level. I was expecting this because $5, $2 is always a round number. So we were a long time away from the $2 level. So I was expecting that this will give us major resistance, then we get a pullback from there. On my Theta trade, I'm sitting now more or less at my entry level again. Here, that would have been a really, really good sniper entry if you would have had a limit order here. But also here, when I go to the daily chart, we are about to top out here on a stochastic with a sell signal, RSI already turning around. So we might pull back a little bit more, all the way down to like $1.39, $1.40 when it turns around. Maybe if we get lucky, $1.45 will be the level where we close a daily candle above and we start bouncing from here back past the $2 level. So here, my next major level that I'm looking at, look here. Yeah, so I took the trade from $1.63, I remember. So I basically wigged back to my entry. I'm back a little bit in profit. I will take profit on my Theta trade at $3.10 because I believe that we are coming back up here on the next major move, because here is the top range for all these highs here that we created in March and April. So this is the major target for Theta to the upside. So then WIF, I know guys, I know you are with me in that WIF trade. Luckily, this was not a tongue breaker for me. So I will show you my WIF trade. My WIF trade is massively underwater. So, but my liquidation price is at $2.80, so I'm fine with that. You know, I think also WIF is one of the coins that will bounce back really hard, really soon. Maybe even when Bitcoin is going down, WIF might bounce, because here on the daily chart, we are completely bottoming out here. Once the RSI turns around, here, WIF will start to go back up. And we are holding right now also a key support resistance flip zone. Look at this here. Resistance, here we broke it and turned, moved to the upside. It did not hold. Then again, resistance, 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 broke it, support, resistance. And now we broke it a couple days ago again, and it's acting now as support. As long as we are holding this level, we should get a nice bounce back to the upside. So, and like I said, I'll show you my trade. So it's 51% underwater right now. Let me actually switch here to the main screen, that you can see it better. So there you see. Let me try to get this sharp for you guys. Well, there, $589, 51% underwater. You know, so there you see. But I'm still holding it. You know, so worst case, I'm also adding more here if I really have to. And for that, I actually will later, after the stream, I will go and transfer some more money into my Famex account. I will not need a lot, maybe another $500, and then I should be fine if it starts to break down. So now I need the chat back. Where is the chat? Over here. So let me see. Ethereum bull target over $10,000. You know, so in 2016 so in 2016 I made a prediction to some friends that Bitcoin will go past $10,000 in 2017. And I said $10,000 is my target. We went to 20. So Ethereum could do the same thing, you know. So that's why I rather say right now, I think it's past $10,000, and then we need to see. You know, if it goes past 10,000, it could be 14, it could be 15, 17, 20. Who knows? Who knows? Because we have now also an Ethereum spot ETF, you know, so that could lead to a way bigger run in Ethereum than what I personally think right now. Now, let me have a look here. I will scroll back through the chat to see what other coins. And if not, the same guy were just asking over and over for the same coin. Because I want to see that more than one person is asking for the same coin. I said I do Casper and Link. So let me see, where is my Casper chart? I think I have to pull it up again. Yes, so here's my Casper chart. So Casper, here again, like clockwork, we came into the target range that we had for like at least 3 weeks up here, maybe even longer, I cannot remember. So currently, I would expect for Casper, if I go here to the daily chart, let's see, that we potentially see another move to like 14 cents or close to it on the way down when Bitcoin comes down. I don't think that the current level will give us a lot of support when Bitcoin starts to pull back here at 15 cents. So I think we need to come down to 14, and then we'll start move back to the upside. So also here, the small level here is acting as resistance right now, as you can see with all these wicks on the way down. So, but give it maybe 2-3 days, and I think it will turn around. So here you see this is the 14 cent level is now a massive key level, support level. There was in the past over here massive support. Then it broke briefly, but we reclaimed it also really quick. And I think if we come back down here, it will act as support again. That's why I want to buy here. And then we run it back up past the prior all-time high of 20 cents, 0.7. So now Link was the other one. And then I have to run soon. No, I need a proper Link chart. So where did I have Link? No, this is old. Okay, let me see here with Theta on which I'm gonna pull this up. Let me do this here on the comp chart. Link. Where is here my link? There's link. So here on the daily chart, look at this, guys. You cannot make this up. I have these lines here for a long time already on the chart. We wicked exactly up here into this resistance and got rejected from there. So now I think if you're in this link trade here that I had given a week ago or even longer, I cannot remember how long this is sitting here. I think if you're in this trade right now, you're going to round trip. You're going to round trip back to $15. From there, we get support. Then we go back to the upside past $20. Why? Because here again, that $15 level is a major key level that was in the past support resistance flipping. Now we broke it. We need to come back down to get a retest before we then accelerate back to the upside. Also here, I don't like how the stochastic RSI is looking. This can easily round here back to the downside. The RSI is already doing that, but there's still a lot of momentum on the MACD, but I think that will change also with the daily close today. And you will see that link over the next coming days will come back down here, bounces, and runs back up. So, but I'm going to tell you, for link, I will start opening a small position here at that level at $16 approximately. Because also here's a little bit support. As you can see over here, here was resistance and was here support, again resistance. So I'm going to take a small chance here to start building a position from $16 all the way down to $15 and potentially even a little bit lower if I have to. So make sure that you have cash on the side for this and that you layer your orders. So I will, maybe I want to allocate $50,000 into link for the next leg to the upside. So what I'm going to do, I will take like $5,000-$6,000 and make 5-6 limit orders. And then I wait. Then I have $20,000 on the side, just in case if we go a little bit lower. If we go a little bit lower, I can deploy another $20,000 and then I'm fully allocated for the move back to the upside. So what's going to happen then? If it goes back, let's say to $15.50, if it was at $40.50 where I bought the last time, once it's above $50 for the $15.50, I will be then at break even and everything else above will be then massive profit for me. So I have to scroll down in the chat again. I'm gonna do another 2 coins quick because we're running already here pretty long on the stream. I think I talked about AVAX. Yeah, you have to go watch when I'm done with the stream. I talked about AVAX. Let me see here. Oh, eGold is actually one that I'm gonna do quick. So also eGold here. Because eGold also just got started, you know. So eGold is one that I'm closely watching right now. And I will show you why. Where is here eGold? eGold. Ah, wrong list. So I was in the wrong list, guys. That's why. eGold. Where is my eGold? You know, when you have so many coins on a list, it's really easy to overlook this. I know it's here on this list 100%. Come on. Where did it go? So let's see. Okay, I'll just pull it up from here. I'm too blind for this. I'm coin blind. Yeah, so here's my eGold chart. Ah, no, it's not. This is not my eGold chart. Shit. Okay, maybe I put it on copy. Where is it? Here. Maybe it was over here. Let's try this again. Nope. Shit. I cannot remember where I put my eGold chart. Please bear with me here for a second. Ah, here. There we go. There we go. So, but now I'm on the wrong one. So here. but at least I found it now. There we go. So there are my levels. But there's an old EGOT chart, which doesn't really matter. So here you see, we went all the way up into almost $40. I was expecting this, but also expecting a rejection from there, because look at these levels here. Also here again, major resistance currently after we broke here support to the downside. So here resistance, was not expecting that we immediately break this when we come back up here. Now we are pulling back. We have a topping formation in the candles. Don't expect that $35 is holding. So this will come back down here to $32. So another 10% to the downside before this is pushing back into way higher levels. So here, just for perspective, guys, so this is still good for spot accumulation in this bull run. And let me show you why. The prior all-time high for eGold, look at this here, was 540. Let's be here exact. Yeah, $544 was the prior all-time high. So this is an 18x almost. It's 17x plus a little bit. 17x to run back to the prior all-time high. So, and you're gonna see massive acceleration to the upside once eGold breaks $81 here. $80 roughly. So $80, it will jump really quick all the way up here to 205, and from there we need to see, how high it can be running, So, but an easy 6x if you want to accumulate that on spot here for eGold in this bull run, in my opinion. So it's a really solid project. I know the developers behind it. I know some other people in the team. It's really amazing tech that they have built there. So, and I expect that this is also one of the coins that will run really quickly, really hard. So, and also when it comes to pullbacks and running back up, it's also one of the coins that can move really fast here. So, but you see here, the whole move for today is already retraced, and we move down here, so which is another sign that we potentially pull here back to like $32. And also there, I'm gonna add more to my spot position and also open a new long position all the way down. So I'm gonna look at Doge, and then I'm gonna give away $500. Let me see here. This chart, where's my Doge? I will use the same chart that I had here for eGold for this. And this is over here. So let's see what Doge is doing. I must say my Doge targets have definitely changed with Elon Musk now creating the Doge department and all that kind of stuff here. So we were almost at, were we at 50 cents? No, we were almost at 50 cents here already. So here the the 3.618 level that I had was already broken. Remember when I called it here, I called it all the way down, no, even lower. So we started down here, guys, at 10 cents. At 10 cents is where I called it to 25 cents and told you here the high target was 42, and we broke this already. So this can run much higher. But also here, I think that Doge needs to come a little bit lower, because here the stochastic is flatlining in oversold territory, which can still mean that we go lower, because the RSI is pointing down and the MACD is about to print a sell signal. And on the lower time frames, at least at the 12 hourly, it's not looking much better, So there's still more downside. And here I would expect a pullback to like 35, 34 cents, something like this, So basically back into that range here, to the bottom of the range. And there you can, again, accumulate spot or open new long positions and trade this then in direction of north of $1, in my opinion. I think Doge will be one of the coins that will run past $1 in this bull run. Yes, Sui will definitely go to $4, in my opinion, also really soon. Guys, let me quick look for a winner. Where do I have? So I need to check here for my login. Let me quick change here, because I need to add now some people if somebody signed up on AlphaX. So just give me here a second. Wait, get started. Okay. So let's see. So there's my login. So I hope some of you guys took advantage of this. Data. No, damn. Was this from today? 24 in the night. Yes, so that was in the evening. So I have at least one that I can add. 1, 2, 3 people. 3 people that I need to add. So maybe you're one of the lucky 3 people here. I'm going to add right now. So then from here, this number. Ah, no, this is my own number. So I need this one. And then it was this one. So one more, guys, one more. Then I'm done here. Oh, oops, come here. So here you can see again what I'm doing. So then let's get a winner for today. Random numbers. And the list goes from right now 7 to 22. So 7, 22. Let's see who the winner is. 16. 167-81247. If that's your number, you won $500 on AlphaX. Send an email to info@amcrypto.us, and then my team will sort you out within 48 hours. I must say the AlphaX team is so responsive, so quick. You know, I send it over to them. Usually within 12 hours, they get it done. You know, it's really quick. Yeah, 24 hours to do that. Now, guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on that stream. On the Sunday, we broke actually the record, guys. You're insane, you know, insane. First of all, the highest count of people live on the stream is what we broke. And in terms of views, we also broke the viewer count on the live stream that I ever had. Insane, guys. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Let's make some more money in this bull run. Don't be afraid of the drop. And don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more money tomorrow.